So I am Danute Debney Shaw of Celophontis. I am a decision strategist, author, speaker, and consultant. My book, How the Tin Man Found His Brain, One Attorney's Path for Perceptual Development, is out there in the world doing its thing. It's going to be part of a trilogy, and I'm dedicating a good deal of time to my writing as well as speaking and consulting. Rather than spend a great deal of time talking about my background and who I am and how I got here, I wanted to share 3 helpful, I believe, points that are effective in building your own decision strategy innovation. Point number 1, stop, reflect, respond. We've all probably heard this kind of advice. It's commonly offered in a lot of different programs, but it's not something that we necessarily feel mindful of on a day-to-day basis. We often get caught up with having to do something, react quickly. When we hear that companies or countries have reacted, very often they have to come back and then rebalance what action they've taken. Yes, sometimes you have to get out of the way of a truck that's coming your way. Then you need to react, but know that very often a response will be called upon. And if we can take that moment, pull in, give ourselves a little bit of space, we can make a much better decision and take a much better direction. Point number 2, and it's related. A doctor who is an ER trauma surgeon taught me this years ago, and it is our use of subjective time. Very few people talk about that. It's a very important element, or certainly can be, in how we handle our decision making. He told me that being an ER doctor is like having, hours sometimes flying in a plane, feeling just fine, and then having 6 minutes of panic when you have somebody coming in who cannot tell you what's wrong with them, and they are nonetheless crashing. They could be dying at any moment, and you don't know what's wrong. There's no obvious injury, etc. He cannot allow, he told me, to miss any possible way that he can help this particular person. So he has to pull back, pull in, open his space. We have days when time passes quickly. We have days when time is stagnant. Well, this is subjective time. And he found a way to master his. He'd go tick, 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 boom. There, he's got to do this or instruct this. Tick, 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 boom. He'd have to go through his whole itinerary. That's the only way he would know that he's doing everything he possibly can for his patient. And the third element I wanted to mention is that of reminding us that our best is good enough. This is a wonderful, esteemed group of very talented and gifted people, as indeed all the members of IAOTP are. But sometimes we drive ourselves in certain ways, and we don't necessarily give ourselves that space. I've heard people say to me, I tried my best, it wasn't good enough. Well, our best is always good enough, because that's all we really have to give. And this helps us to build self-trust, resilience, and ultimately tremendous subjective personal power. And indeed, that's really the only true power that one can have. And no one will take that away from us. People can try and dampen it. We can sometimes give it away. But in truth, it is there for us to use and with which to create and do our part in being here in this world. So I didn't get a chance to thank IAOTP at the beginning. I want to thank them very much for this honor and this privilege and for my ability to be here in front of all of you. Thank you so much.